to Next Topic Podcast. Today is episode number 13, and the date is
March 17th, I believe.
Thank you, because I always forget it. Okay, so we have not been following the rules these past couple of episodes, so I'm gonna just lay out the rules.
What are the rules? Give us the rules.
Only one rule.
There's only one rule,
Right,
and that rule
we've been
is
fucking it up.
And that rule is to stay on topic, and nothing is off limits.
Stay on topic. You heard that, Abel?
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
And on this episode, we are going to be talking about this very interesting relationship between black women and gay men as we see it play out on television, reality TV, in real life, and
an everyday lifestyle, you know?
Why you hug me?
You know how y'all be treating my brother? I'm gonna come for y'all.
What about the black woman? It's a two-part.
That's what I'm coming for.
Oh!
Just the black woman. Nobody else.
Nobody else.
okay, so Roshan, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick it off.
Oh, you want me to do?
Yes.
Okay, you want me to do this one? Okay, thanks for letting me know right now. So we're talking about the relationship between, black women and the gay men, just talking about that dynamic. So, in your opinion, can y'all describe the relationship you see between black women and gay men, in your opinion? Just describe that relationship.
Gay men are accessorized by black women, in my opinion.
He's quick with it.
Well, just in general.
In
They
general.
treat y'all like a clutch, you feel me? Like,
Oh,
I need a gay best friend. I see that too
A
often.
GBF? Yes.
Too often.
I've never heard that. term.
GBF?
Way too often.
It's a Netflix movie.
Why you can't just
Oh.
say, I need a best friend, and if they happen to be gay, then they happen to be gay.
Okay, before we
Personally,
dive into that,
yeah.
describe the relationship you see between those two parties.
Close. Close. I won't say a crutch, but I'll say like someone that's close.
He said a clutch, like a purse.
Oh. Okay.
A crutch is a whole different type of
Oh, yeah.
relationship.
That's
And
called
then
dependency,
someone
my
that
nigga.
I don't know, somebody that could get info that a female friend might not get from me. Something like that.
Would you see a woman as the
A woman.
Woman.
as the only woman on the panel?
There's what I see on like reality television,
And what
and
you
then
do.
what I actually experience,
Mhm.
what I do. So you are one of my closest friends, Roshan.
I am.
But I don't think about your sexual
That's you.
orientation. Like that's not a factor into.
Making fun of you.
That's not a factor into why I'm your friend. I mean, I've known you for a long time. You're just my friend. You're funny.
Mhm.
I like your energy.
Thank
Um,
you.
what
Positive
I
vibes from me.
Yes, what I see though in television though, in reality TV, which I guess we'll talk about a little bit more, but I do see that sort of like accessory sort of thing. I also see a lot of black women get a lot of their lingo from the gay community, and then it's all of a sudden popularized in like some of these housewife shows and whatnot. But yeah.
Yes. Before we dive more into that, am I like your GBF?
Yes.
Gay best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any other gay male friends.
Oh.
So, yes.
Sure, you are.
Well, that's good that you never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, since we brought up reality TV a lot, let's talk about some of like the stereotypes and like the accessory lingo you have been using to describe reality television. So, as I was doing a little research, and this is not shots facts, by the way. It's like how gay men are like have very stereotypical behavior in these reality shows. Like an article I read, it's like the black gay man. It's like the new mammy character that you see on TV and in these black television shows, and like these these gay black men, a good gag child. These gay black men are used to show like how progressive like these black women could be, just because they have like a gay best friend. So it's akin to white women back in the day, like, oh, I'm not racist because I have a black housemaid, like a housemaid.
Oh, shit.
So or like
Now I have a gay housemaid.
like I can't be homophobic or anything like that because I have
I have my kids around gay people. Like, nah, dog.
Have you guys like seen some of that play out on television before? Like how the black man is like used as like this, sidekick type character.
Yeah, I mean, thinking back to Housewives, like season 1, that was very present. Like that was the thing. Like everyone had their gay male black friend, and there would be falling outs, and then you would see that their sexuality or their sexual orientation being used, as if they get in an argument, they're going to use that against them. But just 2 minutes ago, that was your best friend and y'all were good, but You know,
the
you
moment
see
y'all have a
the-
falling
yeah.
out. Yes, I see that a lot too. Like, speaking of accessories, like on one episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, this show is like the epitome of, like, you can see this dynamic. I know you guys, Bill and Cameron, don't watch it enough. So to give you like a scenario, on one episode, Nene had like a all-white party. It's called this Girls Engaged Party. So where she'll invite all her girlfriends and they had to bring a gay with them.
That was like a requirement to get to the party.
Yeah, that was the party.
Okay.
It's like if I'm having like a all white party, but like dogs are invited too. It's like, girl, bring your dog with you.
Gotcha.
So that's how it was.
Okay, I bring my man.
So, and this year shows like how another reason that show that like how they don't really like value their gay friendships as much as those primo friendships, and they just are seen as another accessory or like sidekick character.
Or like a woke card. Like I'm woke.
Oh, yeah, I just said a walk card. Yes, a walk card to show like how, progressive they are.
Gotcha.
And basically, but do y'all see that relationship as only being one-sided? Now, we've been talking about how like black women using gay men for these certain things.
Because I would say, like, if you look at it, like, on Housewives, especially in the very beginning, a lot of these women, they had, like, certain circles who I guess some people may want to get into, to get that exposure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it probably could have been, like, I imagine that some of these men put up with a lot of BS because of what the connections that whoever their female friend was. I don't know, though.
Right, because these women are in the limelight. Like every woman you see on reality TV, Nene Leakes, Tamar Braxton, even like New York they all got their whole slew of gays behind them who help them, like hair, makeup, and just as a normal confidant, so they can share things with them where they probably can't share like with their other female friends or other like male friends that they have. But Lauren, do you see your relationship different? Like with your gay best friend and your female friend, is there a difference between those friendships? Like, do you feel like you can talk about certain things with your gay with me?
Yeah.
Like, do you think I have a different lens into things?
Yes and no. The only lens I think that you offer that my female friends don't is a male perspective. At the end of the day, you're still a man.
Right.
So I feel like you offer that male perspective. But I don't really ask for relationship advice from anyone, really. So that's not something that I think would, be different between the two. But yeah, definitely you have a male perspective, so I can get that from you. Otherwise, no.
But you also have male friends, though, too. So what makes it different? Like, you have female friends, you have male friends, and the gay best friend. How is the gay best friend perspective different from those other two groups as well?
I guess the one thing that comes to mind for me is because of the fact that you're a gay black man, your perspective on life and like in general is a little different. You tend to be more open to things, so I can have discussions with you about something that can be, maybe a touchy subject for someone else, or like something that a conversation other people wouldn't even touch. I think I can have those conversations with you, but I don't know if that. Again, I don't really know if that has anything to do with the fact that you're gay, but the fact that you are who you are.
That's true. Have you guys any? And you guys can watch reality TV, but any other TV shows you watch where it's like you see it don't have to be like black only, but like just female relationship versus like a gay male perspective that you see on TV shows?
Not really, because all I watch is Sports Center or Netflix, and I don't really watch. I watch movies, not shows, but then it's like I don't really see that dynamic like that. I see it more in real life than I do in.
So you think you watch all the stuff and ain't no gay people on none of these shows you watch?
Don't try and come for me.
Well, I'm just asking the question. Because you watch a lot. You watch other stuff besides Sports Centers.
You're right. That's why I was saying Netflix.
And Netflix has thousands of shows.
Right, but maybe I just don't pay attention to it like as much on TV as I do in real life. And I want to boil that down to me just being comfortable in that space to where it's like it don't really affect my looking glass.
Oh, so you don't see sexuality like white people don't see?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What
He's blind.
what I'm saying is, I don't really trip off of it. You know, like if I see something in a negative light that has to do with that situation, then yeah, I'll definitely notice it. But if it's just, you feel me, like across the board, what it is, then it don't bother me. No, like I don't pay attention to it. Like at the end of the day, it's just a person. You feel me?
But I would say though, going back to what you're saying, how black gay men are portrayed in movies and things like that. Have y'all watched Moonlight?
Yes.
I really we was talking about that the other
Yeah,
day.
I've
I really
seen it.
messed with that movie because for me, for the first time, it showed how a black male could be like very masculine and still be gay, and that's the reality for a lot of people. So it's kind of like a change of perspective and kind of what do you call it? What's that word I'm looking for? But it was like a nice way to introduce that it's like different types of people, right? It's always not just a very like, what's the word they used earlier, like girly,
Feminine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not always that. So I think that's what I see in TV, or at least in movies and stuff like that. But as far as the relationship goes with black women, it's like a narrative that I have from a distance, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's just like what I've seen, like some.
Right, because you're not in it. If in a
'Cause I'm not
relationship
in it.
you are a part of.
Exactly.
You
So
just brought up something really interesting though, Abel, because like on all those shows, it's as though they prefer to kind of play up that one stereotypical
Gay man.
image of a black man,
Versus
a black
these
gay
hood
man,
niggas
versus.
outside that's on the down low.
Ooh.
No, that is not what I'm saying. Just because you're masculine don't mean you're on the down low.
But what
But
I'm
what
saying
I'm-
is like,
what I
like
was-
that. He
Moonlight.
Was, you feel me?
Moonlight.
No,
He's
okay,
like
but
selling
that's
drugs, like he's
one
doing-
person, one character. But what I'm trying to say is, people have a tendency to mix up, masculinity for
Yeah, same.
sexuality,
Right.
or femininity, vice versa. And it's not the case. So if I were more masculine, which sometimes I'll dress very tomboy. I went through a whole phase. I just talked to one of my friends about this, where a lot of women go through phases where I didn't want to wear earrings. I was wearing baggy clothes, but it had nothing to do with my sexual preference.
But when you was dressed like that, did you have your eyelashes done, your nails done,
No.
your eyebrows done?
No.
I know you
I'm
had
talking about
your
in high
eyebrows
school.
She was in high school.
No, I didn't wear makeup at all.
She did.
Like, not even a little bit.
So
not
your-
a
your
mascara,
eye-
not a nothing.
So your eyebrows look like Rashad's?
Yes.
Yo, bitch.
They did.
Yo.
No, nothing is wrong
Oh.
with Roshan's eyebrows.
Wow.
But I'm
They
saying,
just look different.
no, I wasn't into makeup. I wasn't into,
For sure.
jewelry, none of that stuff. But
Right.
it didn't have nothing to do with my sexuality.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call you exactly tomboy and stuff.
There was I've seen some photos, Sean. I was like, woo, what was you thinking? But
Where those
anywho,
photos at?
that's another topic. What I was trying to get at though is like on TV and in film, a lot of times they do play up that stereotype.
The
Whereas,
loud one, the loud gay,
Yeah.
they gotta be real funny and boisterous and
Exactly.
Offensive gay.
a lot of snapping and head twirling
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff. So that is like what is played on in TV. And they just come on one scene, get a little best friend advice. Girl, you better get that bitch. She gonna be talking to you like that. Next time you see her, say this. And then that's how it usually plays out on TV. Since we've been talking about like real life scenarios all the time, like how we see that relationship and never play out, I do want to say like black women and like gay black men do have like a special bond that should be that should be celebrated. Like in which they view their relationship with each other as a safe space. Because there are like some commonalities and similarities there. It's not just always this one-sided thing that we see on TV or vice versa. So, you want to get into some shots, facts?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, do we have a choice?
Not really. I thought it'd be nice and let y'all know y'all might have an option.
I like how you asked her. Thank you.
Anytime for you, Bill. Anytime.
Nah, fuck that.
So, ResearchGate, which I got this from, this is like a real research study that has been done. I just found it somewhere on the internet. Well, it's on the internet, but it's a real one this time. They have done a study on like why women trust gay men so much. And this is like all women and all gay men, not specifically black.
Is it because they deal with the same stuff when it comes to relationships? like ain't shit niggas.
They didn't go in the research.
A common enemy is what you're saying.
Yeah, common enemy. Well, I met some
That's a
good
good
friends
point.
having common enemies. Like, bro, we both hate that bitch. Yeah, we best friends now. Specifically, they propose that gay men's lack of motives to mate with women or to compete with them for mates enhances women's trust in gay men and openness to befriend them.
That's
that makes
interesting.
sense.
However, I don't feel in competition with my female friend. Well, okay, I'm in a relationship, obviously, but I'm saying, let's dial it back 7 years. I didn't feel like I was in competition with them.
Even
But
a
I
little,
could see how.
Even a little.
No, I mean, because a lot of our taste is different. You know,
Mhm.
like my preference might have been a little different than theirs, and
So y'all never like been at a party or something and you'd be like, watch, I bet you I can get him. She'd be like, nah, I could get him before you. And y'all kind of like had a little friendly competition.
no, we never did. That
Girl,
sounds like
that's
some
a
man
man-
shit.
girls don't do it like that.
Or like you and your friend found somebody attractive, and your friend
Yeah,
shot
we
her
find
shot
people
first,
attractive
and you're
on-
like, damn, she shot her shot first before me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you know, women
I don't
shoot
feel
their
like-
shot by manifesting. They don't actually say nothing.
No, I know some bold folks.
Yeah, some females are bold, and some like do little. They don't have to be vocal about it, but they
Signs
do
or something
stuff
like that, yeah.
to do like, okay, he over there, let me go over there and dance a little bit.
Yeah.
And
But sorry, going back to the topic, I could see how that how black gay men could, or excuse me, gay men could be seen as less threatening in that regard.
yeah, not threatening at all. So they did a couple of studies. So study 1 demonstrated that women place greater trust in a gay man's mating, but non-mating advice. That
Wait, what?
like they
Sorry.
trusted gay men's advice when it comes to mating, but anything
Oh.
outside of that, they didn't like career advice. They didn't trust as much.
Damn,
What?
Mm.
that's
Uh-huh.
interesting.
That is- yeah, that's
fucked up,
like-
but that's interesting.
That makes no
So
sense.
like in relationship advice and things like that, like the woman trusted the gay man's advice. But we talking about like girls like how to get a promotion and stuff like that, or like what jobs did you take? They trusted more heterosexual advice.
I wonder
more.
why.
Probably because so much of industry, like our industry is that we work in, is dominated by white heterosexual
Sexual
men.
man. So like if a white man, like white men are CEOs, like straight white men, if he tell you like how to make it up the career ladder, you're most likely to
Believe him because he's already there.
he already there.
Yeah.
Then like your gay black best friend who works in hair and
That
makeup.
is messed up. I can't. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one study. Study 2 showed that women perceive a gay man to be more sincere in scenarios relevant to sexual and competitive mating deception.
Wait, repeat that.
So that means like they showed like women to like trust gay men more and believe them more in scenarios where like it's sexual and like if another partner is like being deceptive or trying to deceive them in mating with them.
So basically saying like if you were to tell Lo that Dustin was cheating, she would believe you
You more than she'll believe one of her straight girlfriends.
Do you think that's true?
Again, though, you
Yeah,
are
I think
a
she's
man.
just gonna believe Rashad.
Oh, well, yeah, right. Why would you? First of all, why would you lie to me? But also,
That's
you're a
nasty.
man, so like usually men, know how men move.
Yeah.
Women know how women move. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of what it boils down to for me. Yeah, I wouldn't trust. No, I mean you're my.
I understand
yeah,
what
so
you're saying.
You got it.
Yeah,
Thank you, because I don't want to explain.
Yeah, I guess a lot of it boils down to like the gay man is like he a good kiki. Y'all know what a kiki is?
Laugh.
A good conversation, kiki.
Yes.
Got a bell.
The bell was
baby.
lost. He like, ooh.
I was lost.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna act like I know what he's talking about.
So he's like he understand like people like gay men understand like a lot of stuff the women go through and a lot of stuff like a man goes through. So it's like kind of a best of both worlds type of situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why like I'm gonna believe him because he knows how men get down too. In the gay community and their relationships is a whole different ball game of deception. So, like these niggas ain't shit out here. Gay, straight, bisexual, any of them. So like he been through it already.
So I could trust him.
That's why I can trust him because
He's that common enemy.
yeah, it's a common enemy. In study 3, like exposing women to a visualization of increased mating competition enhanced their trust in gay men. So when mating competition was salient or very important to them, women's trust in mating information from a gay man was more amplified. So basically, in a situation like where women feel there's like more competition for a man, they end up trusting gay men more.
Oh.
And it's more heightened.
Is that because, like I said earlier,
Because I can't trust her anymore because the competition is high.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
this
he
man.
might. Earlier, I was like, he might go get some info from me, like if he's friends with whoever I'm trying to.
See, but then it's
You know what I
like,
mean? Like-
what if he trying to get him too?
That's a good point.
That's
Like, why you don't trust her, but you trust him, but he fucked the same thing you fuck.
But he probably don't. The man we're going after.
But you don't know.
I said
that.
probably.
Yeah, I mean, you feel me?
I said
Like,
probably. So then we both gotta find out.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's.
I have
don't
a
know.
question.
But you know he might sleep with her though.
I mean, that's where it's
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I have a question though, because
Uh-huh.
we've been talking about black women in these situations and trusting black gay, or excuse me, women and trusting gay men. I know we started off with the black thing. You two, hetero males, how do you feel? Do you have any sort of different relationship with gay men than you do with like your straight male friends?
Absolutely.
Well, the question is, do you have a GBF? They had to have one first.
Well, I mean, they may not have to be the best friends.
Oh,
but
well, it's just a term.
I just so happen to be lucky enough.
I think Roshan's my GBF too.
Better be.
But
Ooh.
I wish he would come
I'm
over
trying to
here.
make it cute, little tender moment.
right.
That'd be
But
Oh.
but no, I definitely have a different relationship with like my gay friends, different than my hetero friends. I believe I'm more protective of my gay friends because of the climate in society, and that stems from him. You know what I'm saying? Like he taught being with him and loving him as a brother before really knowing he was gay before he came out. I mean, I knew before he came out, but that's another topic.
That's a whole other topic.
That coming out story topic is coming for sure. but like just being protective of him as a brother, and then him being gay just adding another level. And it's like I know him, and he got a lot of bark but no bite. You feel me? So I'm his bite. Not like no
We
bite.
can fight.
I didn't say that. But I'm just saying he don't. That's not his MO. You feel me? Like
Rashad got a big bite, y'all.
I'll throw hands in an instant, you feel me? Like, so he don't got to. So when it comes to my other gay friends, it's like, I feel like I'm gonna protect them because there's so many people out there to get them, you feel me? And I feel like if there's other straight people normalizing that relationship, then it'll become more accepting and not as taboo for the rest of the world to feel like, you know, it's okay to be openly friends with this individual or with this type of person. Like they're just a person. You feel me? So that's why my relationship with them is different because I'm way more protective.
For me, to be honest with you, I don't have a gay friend, but I'm acquainted. Well, not like that.
I know.
Like as far as somebody that I'm like, in my circle, like a friends that I consider, right? You're my friend, Rashad. Like, don't get twisted. But I don't know why that is. But I have I know friends of friends that are like, you know what I mean? But I don't know why that is. But my experience is always on a surface level, if that makes sense. Like I've never been close with somebody that was like, you know what I mean, that's gay and like share stories and stuff like that. But so I don't know if I could answer that question in deeply. But
Do you know why?
do I know why?
That you don't have them.
I think some of it could be like guarded, like, you know what I mean, like certain like I could say masculinity, like, you know what I mean.
Fragile masculinity.
You could say that. You could say that.
Damn.
Well, no, I was just trying
But
to put a
it
word
is like
to
you
it,
try.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think to a certain extent it's that, and to a certain extent it's just opportunity. I really, when I was in college, I knew a lot of people, but like my circle was very small and stuff like that. And out here, same thing. So I don't run into, you know what I mean.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think, and this might be a whole nother topic, so
Go.
do you think it has anything to do with the fact that you're brought up in an African
Oh, 100%.
household? Because I'm like, I feel like we were like kind of skirting
Tiptoeing.
around that. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah,
We kind of had that
definitely.
conversation the other day too.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Because I grew up in a society where I didn't even know what that was until I came here. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it might not have been something talked about with the label and
Yeah.
Yeah. So
plenty of people gay all over the place.
So when
Yeah.
for me it was something that something that I think educate yourself, but the harder part is to live in that, like whatever you learn, you know what I mean? And it's still work. I believe it's still work, but to answer your question for sure, definitely.
I do got a question for Cameron. Like, since you have a lot of like people who are like gay, bi on the spectrum, and then like dating women. Has there ever been like conversation like you have like you got like more gay friends than I do? I don't think I have none, to be honest.
Yeah, I do have, and that's weird.
Right, so the girls you date, do they ever like ask you?
No.
It's funny you said that too, because people say like there be women who be like, I don't have girlfriends, you know, so they have a bunch of guy friends, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I do have a lot of gay friends.
You do.
Do you think that's a sign of? I'm gonna get off topic.
sign.
Quick.
Okay.
A question. Do you think that's a sign? No, that's a
Cameron's
sign.
like,
Of,
a sign
no,
of
no,
what?
chill. Do you think that's a sign of toxicity if a girl's like, I don't have any female friends, I only get along with my
Yes.
friends? It is.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yes, sir. Okay, bet for sure.
But like, cause
You
I
can't
did
get
say like I
along
don't have
with
any like
nobody.
other gay friends. It's not that I feel as though like because I don't like the drama. It just hasn't. Like I know gay people. I wouldn't say like we are like friends though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like and like we are cool and acquaintances and stuff like that. But I'm be like, oh yeah, we talk on the phone. We keep. Like it's not that.
Oh yeah, I do that with mine.
Yeah, you do.
All the time.
You do. Study 4. Which kind of what we've already been talking about, show that women who receive higher levels of mating competition were more open to befriending gay men.
Yeah.
Yes, because I also read like statistics for like black people, of like how many black women are out there versus like black men. It's like a 3 to 5 situation. It's like for every like 5 black women, there's 3 black men.
For real?
Wow.
You mean that's
Hey,
not
that's
like,
not bad.
No, because like
incarceration?
incarceration.
Yeah, I figured
For
that.
us, not
Because
for
I thought
them.
it was gonna be worse. Just the perception of niggas ain't shit, stuff like that. I was gonna be like 5'1" or something.
We was on the same page.
Right, yeah.
We're
because-
talking about incarceration.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incarceration
Yeah.
because like a lot of black men are in jail, so therefore
Yeah.
that increases the competition like for black women who want the black man.
because there's less of us.
It's
available.
less of us that's available, so
Bro, I didn't even
therefore
think about that.
they're more likely to like more open to befriending gay men.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then because they don't trust the other girl because like it's only so many men out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give me one. Now we can't both be friends and end up going after the same one.
That's some real stuff right
Right, 'cause I never attributed to like the whole competition scenario.
I know. And then that's really bringing it down to like the animalistic nature of
Yeah.
humans, you know?
Right, like can I trust him? 'Cause I know he ain't trying to. We don't know he's not trying to sleep with your
Yeah, I was
man.
about to say, because he for sure could probably try to sleep with your man. Because I do, like, I got a lot of gay friends, and a lot of them be like, I could turn that nigga out. Like, I know I can.
Oh,
You
no.
feel me?
They be saying that?
Yes.
They say that.
Yeah.
How do you feel at that moment?
I mean, I don't care. Like, do what you
But
do.
not
nigga.
me,
Like,
huh?
yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, we make it very clear.
Okay,
Like,
that's
we are friends, and I have no problem with, you can talk to me about anything.
Mhm.
But that's just not
What I want
the way I swing. You feel me? Like, you know what I like, I know what you like.
Not even on
And you
Wednesday?
vocalize that?
No.
You vocalize
Yeah,
that?
no, that we have that open communication where it's
Okay.
like, I'm straight and you're gay, and that's fine. We can still be great friends, and we can still go out. I even go to a gay bar because that's free drinks for me. You feel me?
I'm sorry,
Like,
I'm not for any homewrecker.
Oh.
Gay, straight. No,
Well,
I'm
no,
saying
I'm
like.
not-
I was like, that was so.
I'm sorry to jump,
that don't-
but
that
just
don't
like
make him a
if-
homewrecker.
To turn him out?
I
To turn him out?
If
That's
he's
not a
straight,
That
homewrecker.
was with somebody's.
No, no,
I
no,
thought
no,
you
no,
were
no,
saying
no, no.
somebody's being like, oh girl, I'm
She's sensitive.
No, just
boy,
because
I
the,
tell you.
just the fact that he was straight.
She automatically went, oh, you
I-
gonna try to take my nigga? Like,
No, I heard that when you laid out the little scenario there, I heard it differently. I heard it.
Yeah,
saying,
no, I have friends
saying,
that be like, oh, I could turn that
because
nigga
we're talking
out.
about being competition with another
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, I
so,
see how you
Okay,
your,
thank you.
your lines
Yeah,
drew
yeah,
that
She
way.
lucky did come off strong.
Yeah.
I'm fucking homewreckers.
It's right. I'm like, girl.
No, shit.
Well, I don't
That's
think-
not right.
Nah, for real, I agree with you. Though.
I don't either,
mess
but
with the homework.
yeah.
Like, you ruining something good.
Well, we don't know if it's good.
They'll make it your place to make it worse.
Right. But I'm not gonna assume everybody's shit is good.
Okay, we're gonna talk
either.
about home wrecking and cheating some other time. I'm sorry I did that. I got a little
I know.
excited.
It wasn't excitement. It was anger.
Yeah, clearly.
But keep going. You saying?
What was you saying?
You were saying?
so
You were
sorry.
saying? I was like, do you vocalize that? You're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely have that conversation. You feel
Well,
me?
all your gay friends?
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. I have conversations like that with all my friends. We're gonna be very clear on where we stand before we move forward. Because if we don't, we're not on the same page. If we're not on the same page, we can't read the same book. Like, we gotta be on the same page for this to work, for us to grow, for us to keep going forward as friends. And that goes for anybody. Gay, straight, bi, purple, green, dog,
Not purple,
cat.
not
You
dog.
feel me? Like, it don't matter.
Cat dog.
So we have that conversation. I'm straight, you gay, bet. I'm gonna stay in my lane, and you do what you do, and I ain't gonna judge you. It's a judge-free zone. And I'm gonna even ask you. You think you can bag that? You feel me? Like, go ahead. We can go to the club because I get free drinks. You feel me? I ain't going home with nobody, but that's free drinks. I know how the females feel. Oh yeah, thank you. You know I take mine. Okay, have a good night. I might throw my cash app out, let me get some dough, but yeah.
Oh.
You know what?
What?
Sorry, that
You
just made me
hella
think
funny,
of.
bro.
So you talked about like our relationship,
Uh-huh.
me and you, Rashad,
Right.
and it was interesting when we went to the Grammys.
Here she goes.
So the whole weekend, I did feel so like comforted by your presence as my GBF.
Yes.
Because people automatically
Assume we're
assumed
together.
we were together,
Mhm.
and it
To
alle-
my.
and we
smack.
were able to. No, because you had.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they are.
That's
They were like, "Oh, are you with him? Is that
Yeah.
your man?" I was like, "Yes, he is."
But then you was the main one saying like, "Oh, Rashad, you gotta get away from me."
Well, after a while, I was like, "Okay, I gotta make sure I still got it. I need you to go."
Uh-oh.
But
So you still out here making sure you still got it.
everyone does that. That's a whole nother topic.
It is a
too.
topic.
Because never mind. I'm not gonna jump. Anyways, I did feel, it was like, okay, yes, you're gay, so I'm comfortable being a certain way with you
Mhm.
that I know also my man would be comfortable with as well.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I was using you. Like, I,
You think
I
about
guess-
it? You feel
yeah,
bad?
I feel so
Sure
bad,
you
but I
did.
guess maybe I was using you.
You definitely
And I'm
was.
sorry.
Girl, it's okay. You like,
No, it's not.
No, because we work together, like me, like being like a male, also just a male and like gay male. Like it's always like I always gotta make sure like my friends are okay.
Yeah.
No matter where we go, make sure they are comfortable. No matter like who I are, even like male or female, but mostly like my female friends, because like these men out here be aggressive and
They do.
doing a whole bunch of
For
stuff.
real.
And like usually when I'm around, that don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then like it's to my detriment. Because like
Then
people
you
think-
can't get a nigga.
Right. Because like,
Like,
oh,
oh,
you
damn,
with her?
you with her.
I'll be move. No, I'm not. Who is she?
I'm sorry to that woman.
Right. And like speaking of like the black women or just women feeling space. Like I was reading another like feeling in a safe space. Like I was reading articles talking about like how like women are okay going to like gay bars and stuff like that because they don't feel like that pressure from like other men and stuff like that.
I was gonna say it too, because when I do go to gay bars with my friends, it be hella women in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Uh-huh.
they not gay.
Right. And the article was like saying like that is like not okay.
Yeah, bro.
Because like they said it was not okay because like you were taking that safe space, like that space that's for like the gay men,
Yeah.
and like making it your own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like like this space is not for you.
It's not meant for you.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like this space is like for them to like interact with each other.
Then I guess it's kind of complicated because like what space is for women? Because for a lot of women, it's really hard out here nowadays. Like going to a bar or club and just feeling pressured constantly.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to like
You
dance
gotta
with
dance
me.
to somebody, talk to
If
me.
I
yeah.
if you give me a drink, oh, that means we need to exchange phone numbers
Damn.
or
That's the rule.
and sometimes
That's
it's
the rule.
yeah, and
I
so
need
like
some
you end
numbers
up
in. I'm missing some numbers.
you end up giving out. I'll be giving out all kind of people's numbers. I'll just give out a random number and random name because people get aggressive,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to be.
What if they're like, I'm gonna
Some
call you right now,
headline.
dial me in.
They haven't
And they
to me
call
before.
you.
You know what? I don't have my phone on me.
And you like taking a picture. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like women don't have that safe space for them. Actually, I was watching Wendy Williams like 2 days ago.
Yes.
Yes, and then we was talking about like, oh, it's called Galentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about like how like it's supposed to be a gal's time and a space for them to like be together and like hang out and
Although
stuff like
it's supposed
that.
to be for friends.
For friends.
In
And
general.
then like people start clapping, like and then the gay men start clapping too. And she's like, gay man, like this is not for y'all. Like y'all still men too, so y'all leave the gals to do what they do. Then I think she took it a step too far.
Wait.
Instead of talking about cause like y'all don't get menstrual cycle way you do, so y'all need to like stay in y'all lane and stop
don't be
wearing our
skirt,
hair
yeah.
and don't be wearing our skirts and stuff either. We're like, ooh.
You're like,
Wow.
whoa, first of all, where did that come
Come from?
from?
There's a lot of.
But that's what I was saying, like with housewives and stuff, all of a sudden this all starts to surface
Mm-hmm.
when they're like in the heat of the moment. But a lot of the gay community can really sort of help these people's careers like
Make or break it.
catapult.
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
they
Yeah.
Like half your Wendy Williams specifically, half your fan base
It's gay.
is gay men.
yes.
And you can't do that. You gonna
Right, I was shocked. Like half her staff.
You gonna
She
fuck
was
up
like
all
that.
your
She
ratings.
fumbled the bag.
For real.
She did. She went in. When you got the thing, this probably happened a month ago. So we don't know what happened. What had transpired between you when this happened and when you watching this episode. But I was like shocked that actually like heard her say that as well. 'Cause I was
Damn,
like,
Wendy,
I was really
you better
shocked.
come correct.
right. Like
And
in
stop fainting.
Cam.
Oh, Cameron.
Nah, you want to come for
He
the
always
I told you,
takes it too
I'm
far.
protective. You want to talk about the gays, I'm going to talk about you. Uppercase P looking at.
Oh!
Oh!
Hey, I don't fuck with women, so.
Speaking of the black women and
Yo.
gay men specifically, like how we talking about how
Damn.
black women want gay men to be their best friend and like be in their lives, but to a certain extent. So we talk about like, oh yeah, I support the gay community. I ride or die for the gays and stuff like that. However, but
Yes.
when your own son is gay,
Oh,
it becomes a whole different problem.
Hey, that's
Like you cool with the gays until
Yeah.
little Randy
Lord.
is watching RuPaul's Drag Race season 13.
That's
That
tough.
is very true, though.
yeah.
And you see it so often. It's a. I feel like there's so many layers to
Yeah,
why
I was
that
just gonna
is
say that.
Mhm.
That's tough.
the case.
Yeah.
Because one of the layers could be one of the facts that you've already brought up with this whole 3 to 5 ratio of black men and black women. We see a lot of black men incarcerated, killed, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know if they're feeling this sense of like, I don't know, like they want to protect that black man and they feel like a black man being gay
Mm-hmm.
is enough. Because I see this argument all the time. I don't support the argument at all, but as though like whenever there's a gay black man being publicized or celebrated, it's like, oh, you guys are trying to, erase us, or you're trying to,
Where are you teaching our children?
Yes.
It was like, it don't work like this.
Yeah.
No.
It don't, like, just because a child seen as a gay man on TV doesn't mean he's going to be gay.
Pretty gay.
But
Yeah.
even if he is gay, that does not erase black men.
Yeah.
You can still have children the same way the rest of us can. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it doesn't, and you can raise a child just as great
Mhm.
as anyone else. So I feel like there's this always like, oh, that's a threat
Yeah.
to some people.
That's crazy because I think like we're a huge testament to that because we were raised in the same environment doing the same shit.
Oh, me and you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we came out
Rashad
completely
and Cameron.
different. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's a huge testament to being like, you can't control what your child is going to come out like, regardless of what they watch or hear or do.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen if it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. I be telling straight people, stop blaming everything on the gay people. Like, gay people to make your baby gay. You did. Straight people make
No,
gay babies.
well, I was gonna say that's the other
Straight people
argument.
make gay babies.
No, they do. But I'm saying that's
Oh,
another
shit.
argument that
Those
I've
gay people
heard
can't make
is
it.
Right.
is because people assume that external factors are going to
Mhm.
change someone's
Nurture
sexual
versus nature and stuff?
orientation. Yeah,
Mhm.
I am a firm believer that our sexual orientation is what it is, and it has nothing to do with TV, whatever. But a lot of people feel as though they did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what did
I
I
do.
do?
Yeah.
Why did my child, boy or girl, turn out this way? But it's not that you did anything.
Right.
Yeah.
There was nothing you could do.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing my parents could do to make me heterosexual
Yeah,
or
like
not.
to boil it down, it's not a choice. You're
No.
born with your attraction.
Right, I don't know why people think it's a choice. But
That is another
life for
topic,
myself.
but yeah.
Yeah, because like I know like some other parents to me have also put it like the reason like I'm upset or like feel some type of way about my child being gay is because like I know they're gonna have like a harder
Hard time.
life
Yeah, that's
because of it.
So they're not upset about the child being gay. They're upset about the life that they have to lead being gay.
Right.
Okay.
With this It's hard, child.
But child, it's hard for folks to be black out here.
I know.
So
Black
can you
and
imagine
gay.
a black parent?
Black and gay, a black and a woman.
Oh,
Yeah, cause like
imagine a black gay woman.
you lesbian.
Yeah, I'm saying. But I'm saying like you got hella shit going against you.
Ding,
Black,
ding,
woman,
ding.
and gay. Ooh,
Yeah.
God forbid she handicapped. That's a lot.
Like I was saying with the
Yeah, please, thank you, Roshan. Please save this conversation.
It's hella funny how his mind works. He just be him. We're thinking the worst scenario possible. Imagine if she handicapped.
Hey, that's
Let her
another-
have a
Wait,
life.
didn't we
we
just
just
out this
said we
back?
gonna go Adele.
My bad.
Hey,
Don't
thanks,
bring
my
it back
nigga.
up. No.
Speaking of the black women and the gay men dynamics, I think because they are both have been like marginalized group of people, they have reasons to like come together and like I think there could be like shown more reasons for celebration and like friendship among the two.
Solidarity.
Yes. Between the two that we are able to like celebrate and like put forward instead of like what we see on television. Because I know a lot of people have like great relationships with their gay best friend or their little black girl best friend. Because usually them the first two people like in the office space to get it popping. They're the ones you want to have fun with.
If I ever saw you in my office or something, I'd be so juiced.
Y'all ain't gonna get no work done.
We can work. See, black women and gay men work well together. We get shit done. Like sometimes we don't need these other niggas out here. We got this. Like let them be over there and play basketball. But we got this. So
Was that the last of the studies?
yes, this concludes Shot Facts.
All right.
Y'all can clap for me.
Learn something.
Clap for the gay. Clap for the gay. Clap for the gay. Clap for the gay.
I take all my
And the
time.
black woman too.
Yes, clap it up.
Right. They don't get enough support out here.
So I think there's
don't.
probably some other conversations that
This can
we will
lead to, yeah.
continue. Yeah, one coming out,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
Coming out story. That's
Gay,
a good one.
gay men and straight men relationships.
Yeah.
More so like how, because the conversation tends to be more one-sided and how like what black women get from gay men instead of the opposite and like what, because some people like say gay men like appropriate black women culture and things like that, which we didn't discuss
about, yeah.
into like
Oh.
more detail.
Okay.
Because a lot of people say like, oh, like black men always trying to act like black women.
When I think they're just trying to act like themselves and they just happen to be black.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. Okay.
Right.
So clearly we have lots more to discuss on this topic,
For sure.
but we will be moving to another topic next week. We will not be talking about this. Do y'all want to give any shout outs?
Oh, no, I don't.
Shout out to
Oh.
all my black women and gay men out there. Hold it down.
Shout out to the straight dudes that are comfortable with being friends with gay people.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We
Cameron.
breaking down
Yeah.
toxic masculinity,
For
Yeah.
real.
one Negro at a time.
You niggas
And
gotta stop
fragile
getting-
masculinity.
Right.
Well, he said that when he was
Hey, but
talking
she
earlier.
attacked
attacked.
you, boy.
No,
I feel very
It's good,
attacked.
but it's good. It's good.
Drag race reference for y'all don't know.
It's good.
You have any shout outs for this episode?
Shout out to the homies down playing.
Get your homies.
All right. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Listen to us on SoundCloud,
Apple
Spotify,
Pie.
Apple
Podcast
Podcasts.
Yes,
Finally.
sir.
You can follow me at COOLKEYES on Instagram.
You can follow Roshad at Shadspace, FHADS_SPACE. Shout out to my gay space walkers out there. How you doing? I'm good.
Straight spacewalker.
But we ain't talking about them today.
All right, my bad. You can follow me
He
everywhere.
said,
at-
let my gays be
Hey,
crazy.
like a white man over here. We're talking about the white men. Go ahead.
Follow me everywhere. Clicks by
It's me
Cam.
first friend.
Hey,
Oh.
KLICKSBYKAM.
And don't be getting violent with him, 'cause that's
Right.
our next topic.
Topic. Domestic violence.
Can I go?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, like shit. My
Yes,
nigga.
you may go. We
Damn.
had a lot
Alright,
of
you can
interviews.
follow your boy at Abby Russ on Insta. So ABIIRUSS. There you go. Abby Russ.
Click,
Thanks for watching.
subscribe, and all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Bye.